Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what is the one thing holding me back from living my best life? Is it fear, procrastination, self-doubt, or perhaps a lack of clarity about what truly matters? The truth is, we all face obstacles that prevent us from reaching our full potential. But here's the good news. These barriers are not insurmountable. They can be overcome with the right mindset and tools. Today, we're diving deep into 7 transformative lessons that will help you unlock your true potential and create lasting change in your life. These lessons are rooted in timeless wisdom principles that have guided great thinkers, leaders, and philosophers for centuries. Whether you're looking to improve your mental resilience, master your focus, or cultivate consistency, this video is designed to provide you with the insights you need to elevate every area of your life. But before we get started, let me share something profound with you. You already possess everything you need to succeed. Yes, you heard that right. Success isn't about acquiring more skills, resources, or opportunities. It's about aligning your thoughts, actions, and habits with your highest values. It's about learning how to navigate challenges with grace and purpose. And most importantly, it's about realizing that the power to transform your life lies within you. So, if you're ready to take control of your destiny, grab a notebook, hit pause whenever you need to reflect, and prepare to embark on a journey of self-discovery and growth. Let's dive into the first lesson, a cornerstone of personal development that will set the foundation for everything else we'll discuss today. Lesson 1: Building Resilience, the Art of Bouncing Back. Resilience is often misunderstood as simply toughing it out or enduring hardship without complaint. But true resilience goes far beyond mere endurance. It's the ability to adapt, recover, and grow stronger in the face of adversity. Think of resilience as an internal muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. At its core, resilience is about perspective. When faced with challenges, resilient individuals don't see setbacks as failures. They view them as opportunities for growth. This shift in mindset is crucial because it reframes how we interpret difficult situations. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" resilient people ask, "What can I learn from this experience?" The science behind resilience reveals fascinating insights into human psychology. Studies show that our brains are wired to seek comfort and avoid pain. However, when we repeatedly expose ourselves to discomfort, whether through physical exercise, emotional vulnerability, or intellectualism challenges, we rewire our neural pathways to become more adaptable. Over time, this builds mental toughness and equips us to handle future obstacles with greater ease. Another key aspect of resilience is acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It means acknowledging reality as it is rather than resisting it. When we fight against circumstances beyond our control, we waste valuable energy that could otherwise be directed toward finding solutions. By accepting what cannot be changed, we free ourselves to focus on what we can influence. Finally, resilience is deeply tied to purpose. People who have a clear sense of meaning in their lives tend to bounce back faster from adversity because they understand that their struggles serve a greater goal. Purpose gives us direction and motivation, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. As you move forward, remember that building resilience is a lifelong process. It requires patience, practice, and perseverance, but the rewards are immeasurable. With resilience, you'll not only survive life's storms, you'll thrive in them. Lesson 2: Mastering Focus, the power of singular attention. In today's hyper-connected world, distractions are everywhere. From social media notifications to endless streams of information, maintaining focus has become one of the greatest challenges of our time. Yet focus remains one of the most critical skills for achieving success and fulfillment. Focus is not just about concentrating on a task, it's about directing your energy toward what truly matters. When you master focus, you gain the ability to filter out noise and prioritize activities that align with your goals. This creates a ripple effect, leading to increased productivity, deeper creativity, and enhanced well-being. Neuroscience tells us that the brain operates in two modes: focused mode and diffuse mode. Focused mode allows us to tackle complex problems and execute tasks efficiently, while diffuse mode enables us to relax and generate new ideas. Balancing these two modes is essential for optimal performance. However, many of us spend too much time in diffuse mode, jumping from one distraction to another, which hinders our ability to achieve meaningful results. One of the biggest misconceptions about focus is that it's an innate talent. In reality, focus is a skill that can be developed through deliberate practice. Like any other skill, it requires discipline and intentionality. Start by setting clear intentions for each day. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I must accomplish today? Then, dedicate uninterrupted blocks of time to working on that priority. Another important factor in mastering focus is managing your environment. Your surroundings play a significant role in shaping your behavior. A cluttered workspace, for example, can lead to scattered thoughts and reduced efficiency. By creating a clean, organized space, you signal to your brain that it's time to concentrate. Ultimately, focus is about making conscious choices. Every time you choose to direct your attention towards something meaningful, you strengthen your ability to stay present and engaged. And as you continue to hone this skill, you'll find that focus becomes less of a struggle and more of a natural state of being. Lesson 3: Cultivating consistency, the key to long-term success. Consistency is often hailed as the secret ingredient to success, and for good reason. While motivation may fluctuate, consistency provides stability and momentum. It's the steady force that propels us forward, even when enthusiasm wanes. But why is consistency so powerful? At its heart, consistency is about repetition. When you consistently perform small, positive actions over time, you create habits that compound into extraordinary outcomes. Consider the analogy of planting seeds. Each seed represents a tiny effort, a single workout, a few minutes of reading, or a moment of gratitude. Individually, these efforts may seem insignificant, but over weeks, months, and years, they grow into towering trees of achievement. Consistency also fosters trust, both in yourself and in others. When you commit to showing up every day, you prove to yourself that you're reliable and dependable. This builds confidence and reinforces your belief in your abilities. Similarly, others begin to trust you as someone who follows through on promises and commitments. However, cultivating consistency requires overcoming several psychological barriers. One common obstacle is perfectionism. Many people fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment to start or expecting flawless execution from the beginning. But perfectionism is the enemy of progress. To build consistency, embrace imperfection and focus on taking imperfect action. Another barrier is the allure of quick fixes. We live in a culture obsessed with instant gratification, where overnight success stories dominate headlines. But real growth takes time. Consistency teaches us to value incremental progress and celebrate small wins along the way. To cultivate consistency, adopt systems over goals. Goals are important, but they're often vague and distant. Systems, on the other hand, are concrete and actionable. For instance, instead of setting a goal to get fit, establish a system of exercising 3 times per week. By focusing on the process rather than the outcome, you remove pressure and make consistency feel achievable. Remember, consistency is not about doing everything perfectly, it's about doing something regularly. As you integrate this principle into your life, you'll discover that small, consistent efforts yield massive rewards. Lesson 4. Embracing change. The catalyst for growth. Change is inevitable. It's the only constant in life. Yet despite knowing this universal truth, many of us resist change with every fiber of our being. Why? Because change forces us out of our comfort zones and into the unknown. But here's the paradox. Growth only happens when we step outside our comfort zones. At its core, embracing change is about adopting a mindset of adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and clinging to rigid expectations or outdated ways of thinking only leads to frustration and stagnation. Instead, by learning to flow with change, we open ourselves up to new opportunities, experiences, and perspectives. The fear of change often stems from uncertainty. When faced with the unfamiliar, our brains default to worst-case scenarios. This is a survival mechanism, an evolutionary trait designed to protect us from danger. However, in modern times, this instinct can hold us back. To embrace change, we must retrain our minds to see uncertainty not as a threat, but as an invitation to explore uncharted territory. One powerful way to shift your perspective on change is to view it as a teacher. Every transition, whether positive or negative, carries valuable lessons. For example, losing a job might feel devastating at first, but it could also be the push you needed to pursue a passion project or develop new skills. Similarly, moving to a new city might seem daunting, but it could lead to meaningful connections and personal growth. Another key aspect of embracing change is letting go of attachment to outcomes. When we fixate on specific results, we limit our ability to adapt. Instead, focus on the process and trust that the journey will lead you where you're meant to go. This doesn't mean abandoning goals altogether. Rather, it means staying flexible and open to alternative paths. Finally, remember that change is not something that happens to us. It's something we actively participate in. By taking ownership of your choices and actions, you reclaim your power in the face of change. Whether it's starting a new habit, ending a toxic relationship, or pursuing a bold dream, you have the agency to shape your destiny. Embracing change is not easy, but it's essential for growth. As you learn to welcome transformation with open arms, you'll discover that change is not your enemy. It's your greatest ally on the path to becoming the best version of yourself. Lesson 5. Practicing gratitude, the foundation of happiness. Gratitude is more than just saying, "Thank you." It's a profound practice that has the power to transform your entire outlook on life. Research shows that individuals who regularly practice gratitude experience higher levels of happiness, improved mental health, and stronger relationships. But why does gratitude have such a profound impact? At its essence, gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to what's abundant. In a world obsessed with comparison and materialism, it's easy to fall into the trap of constantly wanting more. We chase after promotions, possessions, and external validation, believing they'll bring us fulfillment. Yet true contentment comes not from acquiring more, but from appreciating what we already have. Gratitude works because it rewires your brain. When you express thanks, even for small things like a sunny day or a kind gesture, you activate the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and serotonin, the chemicals responsible for feelings of happiness and well-being. Over time, this creates a positive feedback loop, making it easier to notice and appreciate the good in your life. But practicing gratitude isn't always easy, especially during challenging times. When life feels overwhelming, it's natural to dwell on problems and setbacks. However, it's precisely during these moments that gratitude becomes most powerful. By consciously seeking out silver linings, even if they're small, you train your mind to find light in the darkness. One common misconception about gratitude is that it requires grand gestures or monumental achievements. In reality, gratitude thrives on simplicity. It's about noticing the everyday blessings that often go unnoticed. A warm cup of coffee, a supportive friend, or the beauty of nature. These seemingly insignificant moments add up to create a rich tapestry of joy. To cultivate gratitude, make it a daily habit. Start each morning by reflecting on 3 things you're thankful for, or end your day by journaling about positive experiences. You can also express gratitude to others through acts of kindness or heartfelt words. Not only will this deepen your own sense of appreciation, but it will also strengthen your connections with those around you. Ultimately, gratitude is a choice, a conscious decision to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. By making gratitude a cornerstone of your life, you'll unlock a reservoir of happiness and resilience that no external circumstance can take away. Lesson 6. Cultivating self-awareness. The path to authentic living. Self-awareness is the foundation of personal growth. Without understanding who you are, what drives you, and how you interact with the world, it's nearly impossible to make meaningful progress. Yet, self-awareness is often overlooked in favor of quick fixes and external solutions. At its core, self-awareness is the ability to observe yourself objectively, to recognize your strengths, weaknesses, emotions, and behaviors without judgment. It's about stepping back and asking, why do I think, feel, and act the way I do? This level of introspection allows you to identify patterns that may be holding you back and make intentional changes to align with your values. One of the biggest benefits of self-awareness is clarity. When you understand your motivations, you gain insight into what truly matters to you. This helps you set goals that resonate with your authentic self, rather than chasing societal expectations or fleeting desires. For example, someone who values creativity might choose a career in art over a high-paying corporate job, even if it means sacrificing financial stability. Self-awareness also enhances emotional intelligence, the ability to manage your emotions and empathize with others. By recognizing your triggers and responses, you can regulate your reactions and communicate more effectively. This not only improves your relationships, but also fosters a deeper sense of connection and understanding. Developing self-awareness requires courage and honesty. It involves confronting uncomfortable truths about yourself and being willing to grow. Journaling, meditation, and mindfulness practices are excellent tools for cultivating self-awareness. They provide space for reflection and help you tune into your inner world. Another important aspect of self-awareness is seeking feedback from trusted friends, mentors, or colleagues. While self-reflection is valuable, external perspectives can offer insights you might overlook. Be open to constructive criticism and use it as an opportunity to learn and improve. Remember, self-awareness is not a destination, it's a lifelong journey. As you continue to grow and evolve, your understanding of yourself will deepen. By committing to this process, you'll live a life that feels genuine, purposeful, and aligned with your true self. Lesson 7. Finding purpose. The North Star of your life. Purpose is the driving force behind everything we do. It gives our lives meaning and direction, guiding us through challenges and inspiring us to reach our full potential. But finding purpose is not always straightforward. Many people spend years searching for their why, unsure of where to look or how to define it. Purpose is not a singular destination, it's a dynamic and evolving concept. It's shaped by your passions, values, talents, and experiences. Some people discover their purpose early in life, while others uncover it gradually through trial and error. Regardless of when or how you find it, the key is to stay open to exploration. One common misconception about purpose is that it must be tied to a grand mission or global impact. While some individuals are driven by causes like curing diseases or fighting injustice, purpose can also manifest in quieter, yet equally meaningful ways. For instance, your purpose might involve nurturing your family, mentoring others, or creating art that inspires joy. Finding purpose begins with self-discovery. Ask yourself, what activities make me lose track of time? What values am I unwilling to compromise? How do I want to contribute to the world? Reflecting on these questions can reveal clues about what truly fulfills you. Another important step is aligning your daily actions with your purpose. Even if you haven't fully uncovered your big picture purpose, you can still live intentionally by focusing on smaller, meaningful contributions. Volunteering, helping a friend, or pursuing a hobby that brings you joy are all ways to connect with your purpose in the present moment. It's also worth noting that purpose doesn't eliminate hardships, it transforms them. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you're better equipped to navigate adversity because you understand the bigger picture. Challenges become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Ultimately, purpose is deeply personal. No one else can define it for you. It's a journey of self-exploration and alignment. By committing to this journey, you'll unlock a sense of fulfillment that transcends external achievements and resonates with your soul. Conclusion: we've now covered 7 transformative lessons that can profoundly impact your life, building resilience, mastering focus, cultivating consistency, embracing change, practicing gratitude, developing self-awareness, and finding purpose. Each of these principles offers a unique lens through which to view your life and empowers you to create lasting change. As you move forward, remember that personal growth is not a linear process. There will be ups and downs, breakthroughs, and setbacks. But with the right mindset and tools, you can navigate any challenge and emerge stronger than before. Take a moment to reflect on which lesson resonated with you the most. Commit to applying it in your daily life and watch as small shifts lead to monumental transformations. Growth begins with action, and every step you take brings you closer to the life you envision. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. If you found value in this video, please share it with others who might benefit. Together, let's inspire and uplift each other to reach new heights. Until next time, keep striving, keep growing, and keep shining your light brightly.